Hello everyone, my name is Mark and I'm here to talk to you today about Marcos Avalon's black belt psychology system. My name is Mark. I am from Wales, the great country of Wales, next to England, that makes up the United Kingdom. And basically, it is just my humble honour and black belt psychology and getting the system has really helped me a lot. I've been doing martial arts for about 21 years now. That's a very long time, and one of the biggest problems I've always had and the obstacles and barriers that I've faced is the mental, dealing with de-stress, dealing with fear, the fear of getting hit and in competition and when you're fighting. I've always had a problem with and I've always struggled with. And this is where black belt psychology has come in and really helped me, which is why, since I don't usually do things like this and give testimonials, when Marcos asked, I was more than happy to do it, even though it's not something I do. Now, I'm not a UFC fighter, I am not anyone famous, I am just here to give my honest, humble opinion. I'm just an ordinary guy like I'm probably many of you guys, and sort of wondering, you're looking at the videos and looking at the system, why you should get it, and I'm here just to give my thoughts on that and to tell you guys that for me it's one of the best investments I've ever made, and one of the worthwhile money that I've spent. And considering the state of the finances and the economy at large, I don't have many pennies to rub together. So basically, why black belt psychology? Why this system? For me, I discovered Marcos through his brother David, watching their videos. And while I'm here, and you guys can see I'm wearing a lovely Kimura Trap t-shirt. I had David Avalon's Kimura Trap system right here. Check out his free video content and just see more about what the Kimura Trap is about. It's an excellent grappling system and resource, and something that can really add to your game, as I'm looking through it now and it's certainly adding to mine. So again guys, take a really good look at this system. It is fantastic. In watching the videos on like YouTube or online through David, then I got noticing what through Marcos was doing, and he was looking at his black belt psychology and looking at the mindset, into being a fighter, into training and how to improve and get over any mental stumbling blocks that you would have. And for me, that was always a big problem for myself. I've been doing, I come from a more traditional background. I started off with karate and then moving on to taekwondo and other such things. And then I've come to mixed martial arts and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, where I'm at the moment. And I was always very hesitant, even sparring. It would take a long time. I'd have to get mad or to even sort of get going. And even against someone, I was always scared of getting hit. And that mental block always stopped me from progressing that extra step. Even though I might have been good. The best example I could give, say if you're on pads or there's no stress, there's no things, you can hit pads and your technique will look fantastic. You put yourself in front of someone and all of a sudden then that disappears because you're scared about getting hit, and you just go inside yourself, and that's, what happens to me and, still does. It's basically through watching Marcus's videos, what I discovered through his black belt psychology system was giving me solutions to the problem, solutions and tools to deal with the problems that I would face. The idea of going into depth of why we feel fear in combat situations, why is it stress on the body, and it was kind of understanding and saying, yeah, it's okay, this is natural for the body to feel like that. It's okay to be scared, it's okay to be, the body reacts like this, it's natural. And whereas in the macho world of the martial arts community, sometimes it's kind of like, well, if you can't handle it, then you're weak. You're out of shape. So you look at the UFC fighters and the stress that they put themselves through, and these guys are, one of the best conditioned athletes in the world, and after one round they're tired, and that's not to do with they're out of shape. It's the idea of, the pressure and the stress of fighting, and the idea of that, you're against someone who's coming to hurt you, and that's a very stressful thing to deal with. And within black belt psychology, and through Marcos's techniques and things he looks at, he explains why it happens and the tools to deal with that and to get better and learn to adjust. And they say, okay, you're under this amount of stress. You know what's going on. Now you can train and learn to deal with it and perform and to get better and improve in your martial arts training, which, from where I was coming from and from where I was sitting, it's kind of like, this is a revelation. It's not something I've ever heard of before, and I've been around martial arts for a very long time. So basically, it took me a long time to invest because I'm sure, like everyone else, the financial, the world, the recession, we're in a lot of trouble at the moment, and even for me now, I just work a minimum wage job, but to just try and get money to train sometimes, and along with paying all your bills and everything else, it's very, very tough. So, I liked Marcus's system. I loved the videos. It was, it spoke to me on so many levels. So when I did have a little bit of extra money, I got the system, and it's one of the best moves I ever made. And I'm speaking to you, I say that wholeheartedly from the heart. No BS, nothing like that. It's just, again, my own humble opinion. Again, for me, I see it as a library and a resource and a source that I will always have. With regards to the sort of book, and if I grab the 9 DVDs here, this is mine now. It's not going anywhere. Won't go anywhere. It's not going to cost me anything more or anything less. It's just, this will always be here for me to reference to, and for me to apply some of the things that are going on, just like the morphing or the goal setting or the Fabulous 5 Shadowboxing. I can apply those things, test them out, learn, build upon them, come back, expand. And, as a martial artist, you're always learning to progress, and it's always a continuing journey and a continuing process. And for me, I will always have that. Same with David's Kimura trap system. I've got those now. It's, if worse comes to worse and I'm really dirt poor and I can't afford to train or do anything, I can still do stuff by myself. Just pop on the DVD and watch and learn from learn from that resource. It isn't going anywhere. So for me, it was an investment, and an investment well worth it, well worth the money I paid for it. So again, for me, all I can say to you guys is check Marcos's free content, free videos, have a look at what it is, get the system. I highly, highly encourage and endorse this system. It has been a phenomenal revelation for me, and I'm still going through it. Just the idea that the weight off the shoulders, and you can kind of get out of your own mind and try and, push yourself further in training. The idea of, the morphing. The morphing is a really great tool. I won't say too much because I don't want to give too much away, or people may not buy it. The morphing, the idea of, let's say if you were going for takedowns, and there's this one guy who is phenomenal, a phenomenal wrestler, he's got a wrestling background, and you can't take him down. And every time you go up against that guy, in your head, it's like, this guy's amazing, this guy's going to roll right through me, and I can't do anything. And you'll always have that in your mind, and that's where you'll limit yourself. And, I've done it, and I probably still will do it until I progress. You won't try. And this guy, you won't try it. Yes, with this morphing concept, let's say you change into something. Let's say like a superhero character or some kind of machinery. say you're like a freight train, and every time you go in to shoot for this guy, your one thought is, I'm a freight train, nothing can stop me. And that's your one thought. It just focuses your mind and allows you to push through with that technique. So instead of being scared and worried about what this guy's going to do, you're just thinking, you're a freight train, I'm going to take this guy down. And I guarantee that kind of mindset will improve your training. So it may take 100, 200, 300 tries to get one takedown on that particular guy. But I guarantee when you do get that one, that's great. And next week you might get two. And then progress and progress and progress. Instead of never trying and always being hesitant and scared because this guy's amazing. So that's just kind of one concept that Marcos goes on about in his black belt psychology system. Again, I kind of do things like this. It's rambling thoughts, and I've tried to keep to a script, but it's kind of gone out the window really. But as with anything, as with a testimonial, I believe it's more honest and more from the heart. And again, Marcos Avalon's black belt psychology system for me is absolutely a fantastic resource. It has helped me already, and I expect it to help me so much more when it comes to the mental game and the mental stresses and fears. It's one of my biggest things. I believe that you could be the best fighter in the world physically, but if you're not there, if your head's not in the game, or you can't focus, you won't be able to push and take your training, to that sort of next level where you can sort of really see gains and improvement. And for me, black belt psychology gives me the tools and the solutions to the problems of the mental stresses and dealing with fear and fighting. And seriously guys, if you have the same problems as myself in regards to anything mental and things holding you back, or there's a barrier or stumbling block in the road, black belt psychology will help you with those barriers, help you understand why they're there, and then give you the tools to take them away, or to jump over them, or to smash through it. So, again guys, get black belt psychology, invest, you will not be disappointed. I wholeheartedly endorse it. I'm just a humble guy, but I'm here to speak just to give you my own humble opinion and my own, truth of what it has already done for me, and it's absolutely fantastic. So guys, without further ado, good luck in your martial arts training and in your careers. Hope it all goes well. Best wishes from the land of Wales. And seriously guys, Marcos Avalon's black belt psychology, it really does work, and it has really helped me out a load, and I expect it to help me out so much more. So take care, all the best, and get Marcos Avalon's black belt psychology. You will not regret it.